Okay, Ernie, well, a couple of, some injury things. Ben Sigmund, what is his chances of playing in the weekend?
The medical team have cleared him to train, and this is his first training session, so it's really a case of seeing how he pulls up after this.
And I guess you can't really comment much more on that. Anybody else with any injury concerns? And the team, Vince Lee is back in there. I see he's running around all right.
Vince Lee is now back to full training, and he's looking good yet. So we've got a full squad.
Up to Auckland this weekend. What are you focusing on mainly ahead of this game against the Victory?
Well, I thought we defended really well with a bit of a makeshift defence, given our injuries. With Manny playing at centre back, partnering Andrew Durante was really good. Justin Gully's played his fourth game now, and he's getting used to the speed of the game and his fitness levels. Tom Doyle is back after national duty, so pretty happy the way we defended. And in front of them, Albert Revera again was outstanding with Rodriguez. I just didn't think either against Sydney or Wanderers we worked well enough in the front third. I don't think we created enough chances, kept the ball moving, and so what we've been working on all week is keep that defence, keep that sort of offside line that you've been working on, have the full-backs cover, but let's really work on keeping the ball in the front third.
Are there likely to be any changes in that third in terms of personnel?
There's not likely to be too many changes. I was happy with the clean sheet. That's us had one clean sheet in a row now, and I think with Vince coming back, he'll definitely be on the bench, and it's with Ben Sigmund it really how he pulls up. But it's good that we've got our depth back.
Can you just give us a word on Glenn Moss? He plays his 100th game for the club this weekend. Just a word on his contribution to this football team.
Glenn just keeps on keeping on. He's just ever reliable, and even the tough games for him to play is when he against Sydney he didn't have a lot of shots to save, but they're the hardest games because you've got to be concentrating so much, adjusting your position so much, fully focused on the game. And then to make lightning reflex saves the way he did a couple of times in that game just shows you he's a top-class keeper in this league. And he's playing 100 games. I can see him playing 150 games the way he's going.
Melbourne Victory, 4 wins in a row. What are you expecting from them Saturday night?
Well, they're a team that play very attacking football. And recalling the last game over in Melbourne, I thought it was really an exciting first half, end-to-end stuff. We were down 1-0 in the first half, but we looked good for an equaliser. And then when a deflection went off of Jura's shin into the goals, that sort of took the stuffing out of us a little bit. But I'd like to think that we could play a similar type of first half against them and compete in an open game, and really, as I say, work into getting into that front third area and having a go at scoring goals against them.
I know it's a sort of wait-and-see approach, but you'd be keen to have Ben back?
Ben's a very important player for this club. He's always 100%. Yes, we are keen to get him back, but I have to say Manny he's a real utility player. Manny, he could play anywhere. He's played in midfield, full back, now centre back. So I think he's covering him pretty well, but it'd be good to at least have Ben on the bench, but we're not going to take any risks given he's had not only a virus, but worst of all, the concussion. And we'll wait and see how he pulls up before we make a decision on whether we put him on the bench or not.
And is it wrong to sort of try and think about you want a bit of payback, or do you have to sort of keep clear in your mind what you want to do against the Victory?
No, I've never worried about that sort of aspect of any game. It's always about how we can improve, and our defence really improved well. Again, in set plays we were just outstanding in set plays defensively, and I just think we need to improve our ball retention in that front third area and really make sure we can go at teams without giving anything away at the back. So clean sheets are important, but not at the expense of going forward. I think we just defended a little bit too much against Sydney towards the last 20 minutes when it was a bit of a siege, but we held on, we did well.
So, all sports teams say it's about themselves, so there's no need for any of that motivation of knocking off the top side or any of that sort of thing? Or?
I think that always goes with it, Barry. I think you're always keen to take on the biggest sides and beat them. Everyone is, and that's why it's one thing to get to the top of the ladder, it's even harder to stay there. So they're at the top of the ladder now, and of course we'd be pretty keen to show that we can beat them, especially coming off a tough run of 2 games in Sydney away from home. And after this one we fly to Cairns, and we play a game in Cairns against the Roar. So these are 4 tough games, and I like them personally, and I think players are beginning to enjoy that type of challenge rather than being expected to beat a team that's near the bottom of the table at home. It's a real challenge, these 4 matches. I'd like to come away with some points from all of them.
What's your reaction to no sort of action or nothing's been taken in the Ben Sigmund incident?
Always disappointed by things like that when it's so dangerous, but a decision's been made. Once a decision's made, I just move on. So do the players.
Games have had the last couple of games especially, fairly high foul counts, quite niggly. Is that something you've noticed more this year?
That's been commented by every coach, Cathy, and you're right. It's a bit of a blight on the game, really. I think the last game we had 29 fouls against us. Ernie said that half of them weren't fouls, and he was right, but then half of our 14 weren't fouls, so that's 7. So they still kicked us twice as much as we kicked them. But look, the referees will sort it out. I just think that yellow and red cards aren't a problem. I think they're the solution, and it's the only solution.
Do you have confidence that you can get Jeffrey Sarpong firing and becoming a functioning member of the starting 11 again?
Yes, I do, and I'm a very patient coach, but then everyone has to earn a place, whether it be on the bench or the starting 11, and we'll treat Jeffrey the same as everyone else, and I think he's very capable technically and physically.
The pitch at QBE leaves something to be desired. Is that something you've had to think about in your preparations?
Yeah, I haven't seen the pitch, so I won't make any comment on it yet.